He began as one of Islam's fiercest enemies, a man known for his brute strength and violent temper. But through a dramatic turn of faith, he became the very foundation upon which a global empire was built. His name is Umar ibn al Khattab, the Second Caliph. In just a decade, he transformed a struggling community into a world power, governing with an unyielding commitment to justice and equality. How did one man consolidate military victory, establish an administrative system that lasted for centuries, and earn the title of Al-Faruq, the Criterion? Today, we explore the extraordinary life of the Caliph, whose principles of leadership are still studied today. Umar was born into the Banu Adi clan of the Quraysh tribe in Mecca around 584 AD. Physically imposing and highly educated for his time, he was a respected figure and a ruthless defender of the old pagan ways. In the early years of Islam, Umar was infamous for his violent opposition to Prophet Muhammad. He was the personification of the opposition, determined to crush the new faith. The turning point came around 616 AD, heading out with his sword drawn to assassinate the Prophet. He learned his sister and brother-in-law had secretly converted. Confronting them, he was moved to read a few verses of Surah Taha. That reading shattered his resistance. The man who intended to destroy Islam instead marched to the Prophet's house and declared his faith. This moment of conversion was so significant that Muslims finally felt bold enough to pray openly at the Kaaba. He earned the epithet of, meaning the criterion, because his conversion was seen as the factor that separated truth from falsehood, granting this small Muslim community a newfound strength. After his conversion, Umar became the Prophet's steadfast companion, participating in every battle and serving as a key advisor. His fierce courage in battle was only matched by his commitment to justice and counsel. Upon the Prophet's death in 632 AD, Umar played a pivotal role in maintaining the community's unity by immediately endorsing Abu Bakr as the first Caliph. During Abu Bakr's brief but critical reign, Umar served as his chief advisor. During the Ridda Wars, or Wars of Apostasy, Umar's advice often contrasted with Abu Bakr's more lenient approach, highlighting his strict, zero-tolerance view on any threat to the community's cohesion. In 634 AD, as Abu Bakr lay dying, he chose Umar to succeed him. This unprecedented move, appointing a successor rather than leaving it to election, demonstrated the deep trust placed in Umar's judgment and strength. The mantle of leadership passed to a man who, despite his immense power, was known for walking the streets of Medina, checking on his citizens, and embodying humility. Umar's decade-long caliphate saw one of the most astonishing periods of military expansion in history. The Islamic Empire expanded its frontiers exponentially, challenging the two superpowers of the era, the Byzantine and Sassanid empires. The crushing defeat of the Byzantine forces at the Battle of Yarmouk in 636 AD secured control of the Levant. Umar, managing the war from Medina, demonstrated military genius in coordinating his generals. Simultaneously, the mighty Sassanid Persian Empire was systematically dismantled through victories like the Battle of Qadisiyah. By the end of his reign, Islam controlled all of Persia, Iraq, Syria, and Egypt. Perhaps the most poignant victory was the peaceful surrender of Jerusalem in 637 AD. Umar famously refused to pray inside the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, ensuring its status as a Christian site and protecting it for future generations. In just 10 years, his caliphate stretched from Tripoli to the borders of modern-day Pakistan. This expansion was not driven by blind zeal, but by disciplined, strategic leadership. Military conquest is one thing. Organizing and sustaining a vast empire is another. This is where Umar truly left his indelible markas, a master administrator. He established the Diwana Central Registry for pensions and salaries, ensuring that the wealth generated by the state was distributed fairly among all Muslims, especially veterans and the poor. He founded entirely new garrison cities like Kufa and Busra in Iraq and Fustat in Egypt to house his armies and prevent them from destabilizing existing populations. Umar is also responsible for establishing the Islamic Hijri calendar and institutionalizing the judicial system, appointing independent judges to ensure legal disputes were handled fairly and impartially. His famous Covenant of Umar ensured religious freedom and protection for Christian and Jewish citizens in exchange for a protection tax. His policy was one of tolerance and practical governance. Despite ruling an empire that stretched across continents, Umar's personal life was marked by extreme austerity. He wore simple clothes, ate basic meals, and often slept on the floor of the mosque. His greatest attribute was his commitment to absolute justice. He held himself and his governors accountable to the highest standards, embodying the famous Muslim saying, "If a mule stumbles in Iraq, I will be questioned about it on the day of judgment." On a tragic morning in 644 AD, while leading the prayer, Umar was stabbed by a Persian slave named Abu Lulu. He died a few days later, having ruled for just over 10 years. Umar ibn al Khattab's legacy is immense. He provided the organizational structure and legal framework that allowed Islam to transition from a nascent faith into a global power. His blend of strength, humility, and unwavering justice set a standard for leadership that few have ever matched. Umar's life teaches us that true strength lies in service and justice. What modern leader do you think best embodies the principles of Al-Faruq? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more historical insights. Thanks for watching.